And we are back to the channel where we talk about everything U.S. news, U.S. headlines, and we make it fun. And not only that, but we're also going to teach you a little bit about how to look at the companies on TradingView, how to look at some of the chart patterns, and also how to look at some of the indicators. And at the same time, yeah, it's going to be a good time. This isn't one of those, hey, so welcome to the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, we're 2 points. No. Anyway, welcome. I'm from the US, I'm from the Midwest, and actually, if you know anything about the Midwest, there's not a whole lot going on there except for sports and farming, and I wasn't good at either of those. So, but I did have a love for numbers, and my love for numbers took me into engineering, and it was all charts, patterns, and numbers. You know, a lot like this. You know, and that's where I got my my curiosity about the markets. So I took my love for numbers and engineering, and basically branched it off into the markets. And I've been looking at the markets ever since, and enjoying the good times. So, welcome. All right, let's get started here. Just to give you a little update right now. Let's see. Yes. April 14th, oil prices retreat, tech stocks rebound, and Wall Street plays a bit of a seesaw. Yeah. It's now 9:46 a.m. Eastern Time on April 14th. And we've been open for about an hour now. Let's take a quick look at some of the current numbers right now. Looking right here at the S&P. Right here. Yeah, here we go. S&P right here is looking at 6,922. And let's look at the NASDAQ. Here's an update, 25,589. And West Texas Intermediate right here, we're sitting at 95.36. And if we're looking at Brent crude, we are looking at 97.38 right there. And spot gold, let me give you an update about spot gold right here. Yeah, spot gold is at 4792 at the moment. Silver is at 77.87. And let's look right here, a little update about Nvidia. I get asked this a lot lately. Nvidia right now is actually at 192.45. Abraham, greetings, welcome. Thank you very much for the likes. Enjoy this show. And yeah, and Nvidia actually is rebounding at the moment. It's actually up right now. So when futures opened last night, the market was initially very interesting. However, during the first hour of regular trading, we observed some things. Tech stocks are leading the charge. The intraday data indicates that the technology sector is driving the gains, effectively offsetting the inflation and growth concerns triggered by oil prices breaching the $100 mark. Yes. At one point, all 4 indices had turned positive across the board. Greetings, welcome. Yes. Thank you again for the likes. If you do have a comment, or if you do have a question about a ticker or a company, just feel free to drop it in the comments. Say hello. Now, why is this happening? We'll break it down all for you today. Additionally, throughout the session, I'll be monitoring some real-time data, specifically minute-by-minute shifts in sector capital flows that is exclusively available through my assistant. If you're interested, just reach out and request it during the mid-session screenshots, and let's get started. Yes, Papa, I did. Yes, and Kavaheim, thank you very much for the likes. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Yes, Papa. Let's see why here. Give me Magda, and again Magda. Waiting right here. Oh yes, here we are. Yes, I got you, Papa. Look right here. Magda Mining is bouncing up right now. Actually, yes. My God, Tuesdays, it's already up. Yeah. Hey, good job on that, Papa. Well done. Yes, I see it. Look right here for everyone. Kavaheim, welcome. Abraham, yes. All right. Now, what is it? One of the biggest expectations gap of the session, tech stocks are rising. Yes. Ha! Jim Sam, thank you very much. At least there's one good thing. Yes, I appreciate that. Something good. Good job, Papa. Hello, Jim Sam. Last night, futures were still trading in the red. So, how did tech stocks manage to turn positive right after the market opened? Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Well, capital is currently trading on the expectation that the Fed won't make a move, with oil prices reaching $100 and inflation expectations on the rise. Logic would suggest that the Federal Reserve should adopt a more hawkish stance. However, Goolsby's remarks yesterday conveyed a subtle signal. The Fed is willing to assume that the oil price shock is merely transitory, right? 5K and going. Yes, Papa, let me know if there's any other ones. You said Magna. What else? And good job. This implies that in the short term, the Fed will not alter its interest rate trajectory simply because oil prices have crossed the $100 threshold. Ha! Elm4399. I've never been asked that before. No, I'm not. I'm not sure where that question comes from. But anyway, welcome to the channel. So what does this mean? What does it mean for tech stocks? Well, it means that the pressure on valuations isn't as severe as previously imagined. Yesterday's market action indeed demonstrated that the technology sector is leading the broader market higher, attempting to counteract the impact of rising oil prices. However, there is a risk here. Goolsby's remarks came with an implicit caveat. If gasoline prices remain elevated for an extended period, we'll have to reevaluate. Consequently, today's rally in tech stocks reflects the market pricing in transitory shock. The moment the market begins to believe that this shock is not transitory, the pricing will reverse instantly. Yes. On my 3 top picks. Got it. I have others, but it won't go. Got it. Thanks, Papa. Let's see. Greetings. Tui, do I buy when the candle is above 20? Tui, that's a good question, and that's not one I can answer quickly. Let me know what you're looking at, and let me know what your kind of your position is right there. Send me a message right there, and I will give you a detailed analysis after the stream. Okay, right there. Let me know. All right. And greetings, everyone. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. And Tui, I'll revert back to that after the stream. Just send me a message. Okay. So. Now let's talk about some oil prices. Dun, dun, dun. We have to talk about oil, all right? So yesterday, let's go from panic to wait and see. Yesterday, Western crude retreated from a high near $105 down to below $100. And today, it continues to fluctuate within this range during intraday trading. And right now, as you can see, West Texas Intermediate's at 95.16. Yes, there's that. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, there we go. And the pullback in oil prices can be attributed to a couple factors. Papa, yes, go Magna. First, the U.S.-Iran negotiations have not been completely called off. U.S. officials have explicitly stated that engagement is ongoing and that both sides are making progress towards reaching an agreement. This has led the market to believe that any potential blockade of the Strait of Hormuz may not persist for long. Yes. May not persist for long. How long is that? Well, second, 68 empty oil tankers are currently sailing toward the U.S. ports to expedite the shipment of U.S. crude oil. In April, U.S. crude exports are projected to surge by 33% to 5.2 million barrels per day. The demand from Asia is expected to skyrocket by 82% to 2.5 million barrels per day. The United States is emerging as the last line of defense for global energy supplies. Imagine that. Let me repeat that. The United States is emerging as the last line of defense for global energy supplies. Interesting, huh? So now, oil prices have currently found a wait and see zone, hovering around the $9,500 mark. However, the lower bound of this zone sits at $95, while the upper bound is around $105. Should either side disrupt this equilibrium, for instance, if Iran were to truly and completely cut off the strait, or if sudden breakthrough were to occur in negotiations, oil price volatility would once again intensify. Yes. Now, my question for you, the audience, give me some of your thoughts. Do you think oil prices will break above $105 or fall below $95 before April 24th? Give me 1 for a breakout and type 2 if you think it's going to break down. Yes. Now, let's talk a little bit about gold. Give me some gold and silver fans in here. Dun, dun, dun. Gold right now, 4790. Let me check on this one. Yes, 4790. That's what I've got right now for gold. If you're a gold or a silver fan, say hello. Papa, I know that you're there. Dun, dun, dun. Marty, greetings. Marty 1004. Hello, hello. Yes, Papa. Good, good. Thanks for the good vibes. Yes, we got some metal fans here. Let's do it. Okay, after the plunge, has buying pressure returned? Yesterday, gold prices plummeted from 4,856 to a low of 4,648, shedding over $100 in a single day. So during intraday trading today, gold prices are hovering near their, what is it right now? 4,791. Yeah. Yesterday's sharp decline was primarily a result of liquidity squeeze rather than a deterioration. Gotta get going, buddy. Got it, good. Papa, thanks for the hellos, and you make me happy. I am Mark Fubula. Glad. I'm glad that you're happy. Glad that I can brighten your day a little bit. Dun dun dun. Have a good day. Yeah. Result of liquidity squeeze rather than deterioration in gold's underlying fundamentals. And thank you very much for the likes. I appreciate that. All the likes, comments, and shares are appreciated. Now, those holding long positions in energy-related derivatives faced margin calls and were forced to sell gold just to cover their positions. Yes. This represents a classic cross-asset liquidity crisis, not because of gold itself is a poor asset, okay, but because the shortage of capital is more acute somewhere else. Indeed, again, they didn't cover it. They didn't sell the gold because it's a bad asset. They sold it because they have to cover their capital somewhere else. They had a shortage of capital and they had to cover it. Dun dun dun. And here we go. If you bought gold following yesterday's sharp sell-off, you likely witnessed a rebound today. However, the critical question still remains. Will those who were forced to sell yesterday return to the market? If oil prices continue to fluctuate at elevated levels, margin pressure within the energy sector will persist, potentially dampening gold's recovery. Yeah. So let me know, do you currently hold a position in gold? Type yes if you do and type no if you don't. And if you are in gold, let me know what you think gold's going to go to, let's say by the end of the week, by the end of the month. Let me know. I know we got some gold and silver fans in here. Hexagon 1968. Greetings, and welcome. All right, now let's go. Nvidia. that impulsive move by gold is a correction waiting to happen. I'm seeing every trace is got it. All right, Mark Fabula, thank you for the insights on that. I appreciate it. All right, let's talk a little bit about Nvidia. Thank you for the like, sir. Today's intraday trading session for Nvidia serves as the pivotal window for validating all our pre-market assessments. Now, let's start with some numbers. Nvidia closed last Friday at 188.63, marking its 8th consecutive trading day of gains, the longest winning streak since November 2023. However, the intraday price remained range-bound between $165 and $195, failing to breach the critical resistance level of $200. Yes, and Isaiah, I have Wells Fargo advisor. Just for me, do you? Isaiah, very good question, and that's not just a 2-second answer. Isaiah, do this. Send me a message at this right here, and I will get back to you with a better detailed answer on that. Very good question. Again, send me a message there, and I'll answer you after the live stream with better information. Thank you, Isaiah. So as of today's intraday trading session, Nvidia is trading at, right now it's at 191.90, and with a trading volume at, right now it's at 0.55. Yes, there we go. Interesting, yes. So this is what Nvidia's performance could possibly signify, okay? Welcome. Yes, Isaiah. Message me and I'll refer back to you after the stream. Hello to everyone else. The stock breaks decisively above $190 on heavy volume. This is scenario A. During the session and holds that level. So what would that imply? It would suggest that the momentum driving the 8-day rally has shifted from technical correction to a trend-driven breakout. The underlying catalyst may be that the market has fully digested concerns regarding the downward revision of Rubin GPU production capacity, while stronger than expected demand for the Blackwell series is emerging as the new anchor for valuation. Data from TrendForce indicates that by 2026, the Blackwell series share of NVIDIA's high-end GPU shipments is projected to surge from 61% to 71%, while the Rubin series share is expected to decline from 29% down to 22%. If the market validates this structural shift, then the logic for a valuation recovery will be set in motion. Okay. Now, here's another scenario. Let's call it scenario B, if you will. Okay. The stock retreats below $185 during the session, or even tests the $180 level. What does this imply? Well, it suggests that despite 8 consecutive days of gains, the market capital remains reluctant to step in and buy at price levels approaching $200. Okay? So 3 major signals may be at play here. So you have renowned short seller Michael Burry recently increased his holdings of Nvidia put options with a $115 strike price, drawing parallels between the current AI craze and the dot-com bubble over the past 90 days. Nvidia insiders have collectively sold off approximately 1.2 million shares, and short interest has risen by 22.5%. These risk signals are currently capping the stock's upside potential. Thank you very much for the likes and shares. I do appreciate that. What should we do? Enoch, very good question. Let me know what you're looking at right now, and let me know what some of your goals are. Yeah, what should we sell now? Yeah, message me here at this, and I will send you. Tell me what you're looking at, and I'll send you some more detailed information after this stream. Okay. Thank you very much, Enoch, and let me know kind of what your strategy is or what your goals are. Okay. Now, valuation itself is not necessarily the issue. Nvidia's forward PE ratio based on the next 12 months is estimated at around 20x, far below its 10-year average of 36x. Thank you very much for the likes. Placing it at relatively low valuation compared to other large cap tech stocks. Okay. Yes. Thank you very much, Enoch. I'll talk to you after the stream. Yes. Thank you very much. Now, Tigress Financial maintains its $360 price target, while Guru Focus GF value model calculates Nvidia's intrinsic value at approximately $307.80. Okay. Meanwhile, cloud rental rates for Blackwell series GPUs, well, they've surged $4.08 per hour, a 48% increase. Okay, listen to that, 48% increase for just 2 months. Okay, just 2 months ago, it's gone up 48%, indicating that demand side signals remain red hot. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Good. Okay. So, therefore, the issue really lies neither in valuation nor in demand, but in confidence. The confidence stems from basically 2 sources. First, the trajectory of oil prices following April 24th. If oil prices retreat, the valuation pressure on AI hardware stocks will ease. And second, the capital expenditure guidance provided by hyperscale customers during the earnings season in May. If Microsoft, Google, and Amazon continue to raise their AI-related capital expenditure forecast, the Rebound delay as we can call it, will likely be reviewed by the market as mere short-term noise rather than long-term inflection point. Hello, Elena Z, welcome. Welcome. And if you have a question about a company or a stock ticker, just feel free to put it in the comments and I will get back to you on that. Okay. My intraday observation framework is simple. If Nvidia closes today above $190 on heavy volume, it suggests that the market has begun to reprice the strength of the Blackwell series. Okay. If it closes below $185 on light volume, it suggests capital is waiting until after April 24th to make a move. And if it closes between $185 and $190 on moderate volume, it suggests that the market is in wait and see mode, in which case do not rush to make a decision. Okay. Greetings and welcome. We're talking everything U.S. news, U.S. headlines, and we're talking about some of the major stories with Nvidia, with oil, with gold, and we're also taking some of your requests for different tickers. We're going to break them down in TradingView later on. We will touch also again on a little bit of defense, and also we'll get into Palantir, Oracle, Amazon, Intel. That's all to come. Yes, so that's coming up. So my question to you is, based on Nvidia's intraday performance as you see it right now, does it look closer to scenario A, which is a breakout, or scenario B, a pullback? Let me know. Type 1 for A and type 2 for B, okay? Be happy. Can be possible. Yes, yes, indeed. Be happy. Let me know what you're looking at and let me know kind of more specifics of your question, okay? Be happy. Just send me a message right there and I will refer back to you after the live stream, okay? And I love that name, Be Happy. Hopefully you're happy. I'll send me a message and let me know more of the specifics of what you're looking at and we'll talk more, okay? All right. Nathaniel662, greetings, hello, hello, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you have a question about a ticker or a question in general, feel free to let me know. All right, now, the first day of earnings season, JPMorgan reports results. Early this morning, JPMorgan Chase released its earnings report for the first quarter of 2026, okay? Market expectations currently project adjusted earnings per share of approximately $5.46. Now, do you think JP Morgan's stock price, let me put that up here right here, JP Morgan, 1 second here. JP Morgan and Chase right there. Yes. Do you think JP Morgan's stock price will rise or fall following its earnings release? Give me a 1 for rise, give me a 2 for fall. Let me know. Let's see. Nathaniel, we are going to do Palantir soon, okay? I've got that on the list. Just hang with me, okay? Sorry, I'm trying to get back to some of these. Yes. Be happy. I see your message. Message me and I'll get back to you afterwards. And same thing with you, Isaiah. Let me know. And also, okay. Regardless of some of the actual figures, what truly matters is the language Jamie Dimon uses during the conference call regarding Q2 guidance. If he makes any statements suggesting that geopolitical risks are beginning to dampen loan demand, or that rising oil prices are starting to impact business confidence, that will serve as a key signal for the entire market. And BB PF9HJ, greetings, hello, welcome to the channel. Hope you're enjoying the show. Greetings. Yeah, I've noticed some people asking questions like, how do we interpret the market after the JP Morgan's earnings, and how much should I buy, how much should I sell for this or that, and are bank stocks a buy right now? Yeah, many questions along those lines, and they're very specific to you personally as far as what you're looking at and what your goals are and what your position size is. So here's the better way to do it. It depends entirely on your risk tolerance, and here it's easier just to reach out directly to my assistant, explain your situation, and then I'll get that information forwarded on to me, and then I will give you a personalized response back with some appropriate analysis there. I have one question. What is the best advice you can give for a beginner? Yes. No, that's a very good question, BBBPF9HJ. Glad you're here also. You're in the right place. Just keep learning, and it's okay to be a beginner. When you're new, just be new and learn. Learn as much as you can. And it's like anything else. There are many good channels out there besides this one, and many other places, other good resources. So just keep going with that. What I can do, I like your question. Go to my, for example, if you go to my, here, where is it? Here, go to my homepage on YouTube. let's see right here, dun, 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 if you can see that. Go to my homepage on YouTube. There's a contact information right there. You'll be able to see it. There's my contact, and you can see my contact information in the comments. Yes, it's all confusing. I know what you mean. Send me a message, okay? Send me a message, PF9HJ, and I can help you just sort out the confusion, and I can also give you some more learning resources and things like that. All right, just continue to learn and message me. I'll help you sort out some of the confusion, and we'll go from there. But yeah, stick around. If you have other questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. But yeah, listen and learn. You're welcome. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, welcome, greetings. Everything U.S. news, headlines, and we're having some fun on TradingView as well. If you have something you want me to look at, feel free to drop it in the comments. Here we go. So again, from now until the markets close, I'll be keeping a close watch on a couple things right here. Whether the tech sector can hold onto its gains. If those gains begin to narrow in the afternoon session, it suggests that capital is engaging in profit taking and investors are reluctant to hold positions overnight. And the closing price of oil. We're going to talk about oil, okay? For those of you in right now, we'll talk about oil, we'll talk about gold, we'll talk about the tech, we'll talk about it all. So it's coming, okay? Hang with me. If West Texas Intermediate closes above 100, it indicates that the market is still pricing in the risk of a blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. If it closes below $98, it suggests that the transitory shock narrative is gaining the upper hand. Nvidia's closing, let's go back here, Nvidia, video right here, yeah. Nvidia's closing price and trading volume, a close above $190, accompanied by high volume, is a positive signal, and a close below $185 on low volume suggests a wait and see approach. Anything in the middle range calls for patience, okay? Now, what about the trajectory of the VIX? If the VIX closes above 30 today, it indicates that institutional demand for hedging remains robust. And those are some of my market observations for today's trading session, okay? Again, just a final reminder to all of you who have been asking, my assistance details can be found at the bottom of your screen. Just reach out and enter today's access code APR14MID, and my assistant will add you to our private internal group. After the market closes today, I will post a voice message in our group sharing 3 key points that I cannot discuss during my public live streams, specifically regarding the truly significant signals emerging from today's bank earnings calls, as well as my complete analytical framework for determining the conditions under which Nvidia might break out of its current $165 to $195 trading range. And members of the group will get access to this information before anyone on YouTube. Greetings, welcome. Yes, PF9HJ. Yes, again, send me a message and I'll give you better analysis on that. Yes, I know what you mean. We will be looking at some of the gold, some of the oil, and some of that that you just asked about in the stream later on. But for your specific question, I can get back to you with a direct question. Just message me, okay? And also, if you haven't yet received today's Hormuz Strait blockade asset correlation scenarios and the Nvidia Blackwell versus Rubin production capacity comparison chart, please reach out to my assistant to get them. I hand drew these charts pre-market, and they outline the projected trading ranges for oil and gold and the US equities across 4 distinct potential scenarios. And third, Remember to turn on your notifications, hit that bell, and I'll be hosting additional pre-event live streams ahead of every major market catalyst this week, particularly these next few days when bank earnings reports are being released in rapid succession. And if you don't enable notifications, you will completely miss out. Call me. Okay, Triple B, I like it. Or BBB, well done, no problem. Keep in mind, the first day of earnings season doesn't provide the answers. It raises a lot of questions. The real signals lie in the management's commentary, not merely in the raw numbers. Furthermore, the fact that Nvidia has rallied for 8 consecutive days, yet remains unable to break out of its trading range, tells us one thing. The market is currently waiting for a signal. It hasn't actually received one yet. So, let's get right into it, shall we? All right, looking now into, we've talked about Nvidia, let's talk about oil right now, and let's talk about, we'll talk about Tesla as well. Okay, here's some of the topics for today. We had questions about Palantir. Let's go into Palantir. For the person who asked about Palantir, if you're still in the stream, give me a hello, and here's this. Right now, okay, Palantir is sitting here, so yes, Triple B. We'll talk more about that later, okay? And here we go. Here's Palantir. Right now, look at all this trade volume with Palantir. They recently dropped, oh my, was this on April 8th? They were at 137, and then they dropped down to 126. But they have recently just rebounded yesterday, and now they're back up to 137. Again, look at this in the RSI. Yeah. For those of you who are brand new, this is for you. For those of you who have been around, I hope this doesn't bore you. Just a quick introduction. Relative Strength Index. Here's your RSI right here. This is the 70 line. This is the 30 line. What do these mean? The 70 line is the overbought, and 30 line is oversold, and these are just guides, because they can go way overbought before ever correcting, and way oversold before ever rebounding. Again, so just keep that in mind. And right here in the middle, this is your neutral area. I can show you some chart patterns where those end up as consolidation, actually, okay? So there's that little quick intro to the Relative Strength Index, and then a very quick intro right here to the MACD, Moving Average Convergence Divergence. Yes, not to be confused with the Big Mac or McDonald's. This is the MACD. So when you see this, the blue line right here, crossing the signal line going down, right here, bang. You see, bang, the chart pattern go down. And when the MACD crosses the signal line going up, like right there, going up, you see the chart pattern go up. Now that is a super simplified, oversimplistic, explanation. It is much more complicated than that. But if you want more information on those indicators or how they work, just feel free to message me. Alexandra, thank you very much for the likes. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you have any questions, let me know. Ticker symbols, just drop them in the comments. And there's that. Now, looking at Palantir, right now it's at 137.19, and it is rebounding. Volume is at 14.6 million. Market cap's at 328 billion right now. And again, if you want more insights on Palantir, just feel free to reach out and ask. Greetings, and let's go again. We talked about Palantir. Another one we had, I've been asked a lot about Intel as well, because Intel, right here. Let's see. For example, Nathaniel, that was you, right? Oh yeah. So here's Palantir. I just, sorry, maybe my big head's in the way, but I just put it here on TradingView. For more insights, I'm gonna keep going with this information, but if you want more insights on Palantir, contact me. Okay, you can see my contact in the chat group right here. Just reach out and I'll send you more information. Okay, thanks Nathaniel 6672, and let's keep going. Yeah, Intel done right here. Yeah, why are we looking at Intel? Here's a headline for you. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, Warren Dorfin. Yes, Oracle is on my list. I'm going to talk about that during the stream as well. Thank you very much for the question. Regarding your specific question, let me get back to you after the stream. Just send me a message right here, and we'll talk specifically about that. Okay, Warren? Warfin, I'm sorry. And let me know kind of what your position is, and we can talk more specifically, okay? But here, we'll be talking about Oracle in just a moment. Here's Intel. Okay, why are we looking at Intel? Because Intel just on a historic 9-day winning streak, up 58% over that run. And right here, let me give you some more. Intel saw its ninth straight day of gains on Monday, 50%, etc. And yeah, several big deals and announcements from the US chipmaker have fueled the run, including partnerships with Google and Elon Musk's Terafab project. Yeah, we'll talk about that as well. And yeah, last week they announced a partnership with Google, and Google will use Intel's newest Xeon 6 central processing units to run AI training and inference workloads, according to the announcements. And they will also be working with the Terafab with Elon Musk. Yes, and Warfin, I will get to that Oracle in just a moment. And again, just message me about your specific question. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. And let's go right here. Here we go. Intel. Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is a nice upward trend right here. Dun, dun, dun. As you can see right here, it was at 40, and now, bang, it jumped up. It was at 65, and now it's actually corrected down to 63. So if you're watching Intel, it corrected down to 63, and done. Right here, you can see that also on the RSI right there. There's already the correction. You can see it was at overbought at 77, and now the RSI dropped down to 72. And at the same time, during that right here, here, during Intel's jump up, their trading volume jumped up as well. Right now, the trading volume is at 31.53 million. Yeah, just right here, if you're on TradingView, the bottom right, there's a little news update there. Intel reported deals with U.S. government, Nvidia, Tesla, and Google. Flagged limited access to leading edge logic capacity and geopolitical risk tied to, let's see, there we go. And market cap right now for Intel is at 317 billion. Bum, bum, bum. What can I tell? Okay, looks like it could go down for the next. Yes, Triple B, good thoughts, good insights. I like the comment. Yeah, again, I'll refer back to you after the stream. Okay, here we go. And that's Intel. Again, if you want more specific information on Intel, just reach out. Again, we're going to look at Oracle, because Oracle is another one we're talking about. Oracle popped nearly 13%, leading the bounce back rally in software stocks. Software is having a bad week, bad month actually. So let's look at them right here. One second. Okay, so again, here we are. Software shares were beaten down by AI disruption fears. Yes, that's understandable. And clawed back some year-to-date losses. Adobe was up more than 6%. Salesforce also rallied 5%. ServiceNow, HubSpot, and Workday rallied 7% each. And also, if you're looking at cybersecurity, Tenable and Sentinel-1 each adding more than 7%, and CrowdStrike rose 6%. Yes. So, having said that, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you're looking at Oracle or any of the software companies. And yes, here's that. All right, here. Here is Oracle. Orphan. Here, this is for you. This is your. Again, I'll just go through some of the numbers right here, then we can talk more afterwards about Oracle. Here we go. Dun dun dun. Wait, where is it? Right here, Oracle. Yes, pop more than 13%. Right here. There's that. Okay, triple B. Okay, noted there. I'll get to that one. All right. Okay, for example, right here, bang, there's your jump. And then Oracle, right now, Oracle's sitting at 164.9. As you can see, there's a small, slight correction at the moment. And right now, look at the RSI. It went all the way from 37 all the way up to 63. It's not overbought yet. And right now, look at the trading volume. The trading volume jumped up. At the moment, Oracle's trading volume is at 26.2 million. Yeah. Yeah. Oracle's sentiment, again, if you're looking back here at the bottom right on TradingView, Oracle's sentiment turned bullish on stock twits. Traders flagged rising debt, dependence on few customers like OpenAI, a $50 billion capital expenditure plan funded on equity and shares down 20% year to date. That's year to date. But here's the pop that they're talking about right here. Yeah, if you want more information or more insights, just send me a message on that one. That's Oracle. Another one we'll do right here is Microsoft. Yeah, thanks Triple B. Here's your Microsoft. Okay, let me know, Triple B, why are you looking at Microsoft and what are you curious about? Or if you're just curious, that's okay too. It recently just rebounded as well. Let me put this up here. Dun, dun, dun. Here you are. Dun, dun, dun. You can see the rebound a little bit better right here. It was, RSI was here at 22. Now the RSI is sitting there at 56. 56 is still in the neutral range, okay? But it's climbing. And right here, Microsoft is sitting at 392.55 right there. And as you can see, it has also rebounded. It was, what was this? March 27th, it was at 357. And then, what is this? On April 13th, it was at 373. Now it jumped up to 392, okay? There we go. And right now, volume is at 10.69. Market cap is at 2.91 trillion, okay? And okay. Okay, again, Triple B, for questions like that, I can't really get information like that on the live stream because it's very specific to your risk tolerance and specific to your position, which I don't know. And again, that's information that you should, that's questions you should ask in a private message. So just send me a message and we can talk more directly about that, okay, Triple B? No problem. I'm just trying to be respectful to you as well because that's not information that you actually want to just put out there in the comments, okay? So it's all good. Just send me a message and I'll get back to you, okay? Thank you, Triple B. And here we go. Okay. Let me know if you have other tickers, though. I can look up on TradingView for you, other companies. That's Microsoft. Another one that we're going to take a look at also, we talked about Intel, Oracle, and here's the one with Amazon. Here's another one in the headlines right now. Amazon. Amazon nears a deal with Globalstar in push to rival Musk's Starlink, okay? So Amazon is in advanced talks to acquire satellite operator Globalstar in a deal that would boost the tech giant's efforts to build its own satellite operations. And for example, a transaction could be announced as soon as Tuesday. Final agreement representative, etc. right here. Globalstar's shares soared about 19% in pre-market trading, etc. And let's see, did I miss anything? If I missed your comments, my apologies. I'm trying to watch for them. Okay. in pre-market trading. The company's market value has nearly quadrupled over the past year, reaching about 9.4 billion. Okay, again, that's Global Star. And Amazon is building out its low Earth orbit. That's Amazon LEO, low Earth orbit, in a bid to compete with Elon Musk's SpaceX. Okay, whose fast-growing Starlink has more than 10 million active customers and about 10,000 satellites in orbit already. Starlink is anticipated to bring in more than 9 billion in revenue this year. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's go here to Amazon. Hyperliquid. Okay. Hyperliquid. Let's see. Actually, okay. If you have a U.S. publicly traded ticker, let me know. Hyperliquid is more of it's a crypto Q coin, right? So let me know if you have more of a publicly traded ticker, okay, BB? And let's go right over here. We were talking about Amazon right here. Okay. Amazon, here's another one. It's rebounding pretty good. Right here, if you'll see this, boom. It was sitting right here at 199 on March 27th. And then look at that. And it's still rebounding even right now. Right now, it's at 246.24. It's continuing to rebound. And let's see, look at this RSI right there. It was sitting there at 37, and now it's at 75. Again, it's overbought, and it's yeah, wow. And it says here, update on TradingView right here. Amazon agreed to buy Global Star for 11.57 billion. Global Star holders can take $90 cash, or the deal may close in 2027. Satellite rollout plan for 2028. Interesting. And look at the trade volume right now. BBB. A U.S. Publicly traded company. A U.S. publicly traded company. The ticker just means the symbol. Like, for example, the ticker symbol for Amazon is AMZN. As you can see, maybe you can't see, but I'm looking here on TradingView, like the ticker symbol for Amazon is AMZN. For example, just the symbol of the company. That's what the ticker means. It's the symbol. And for example, like if you look right here, Nebius, we'll be looking at them too. Nebius, the ticker symbol for Nebius is NBIS. Okay, so yeah. And if you go AMZN, going back here to Amazon right here, that's Amazon. And right now, the volume for Amazon is at 16.8 million. Market cap is at 2.65 trillion. Here we go. And yeah, no worries. Glad to help. All right, now let's go over here. That's Amazon, and they are working with Global Star. Now let's take a look at Global Star. Global Star right here. Here we go. Okay, Global Star. If you're curious about what Global Star is, a little brief intro. Engages in the provision of mobile satellite services that offers voice and data communication services to the following markets: recreation and personal government, public safety, disaster relief, oil and gas, maritime and fishing, natural resources. Thank you very much for the likes, Augustine. Thank you. And okay, and since they just partnered up with Global Star and Amazon, look at this. Since that happened, the trading volume on Global Star jumped up, and look at their chart pattern right there. Boom. And right now, Global Star is still rebounding, going up at 79.4. It's at 79.46 right now if you're looking at Global Star. And you can see that reflection in the MACD and also in the RSI. RSI is sitting there at 66. Yeah. And right now, if you're looking at Global Star, volume-wise is at 6.5 million. Market cap is at 10.2 billion. And let's go right over here. Here we go. You see if I can just get a couple of these to pop up right here. And let's go right over here. And there's Global Star. Oh, there's another one I was gonna look up. Oh yeah, let's take a look right now. That's Amazon, Global Star, and also I mentioned Nebius. We should take a look at Nebius also. Nebius right here, because they are also jumping up. Okay, again, here is Nebius. If you're curious, if you're not sure about what Nebius is a technology company that provides infrastructure and services to AI builders worldwide. It offers AI-centric cloud platform, provides full stack infrastructure, including large-scale GPU clusters, cloud services, etc., etc. And Nebius right now, it's got a market cap of 40.2 billion, trading volume of 8.4 million. You can see that right there. Now look at this. Bang, right here, March 30th, it was sitting at 90, and right now it's up there at 160.53. That's Nebius, okay? And at the moment, they are having a slight correction, but yeah, they just rebounded. Look at the RSI on that. It went from 40 all the way up to 74 right there. Yeah, so again, also, we talked about oil, we talked about gold. So let's change gears a little bit here. Let me show you this one right here. We talked about gold. Let me give you a couple of gold mining companies. Here's a Newmont right here. Bang, right here. Newmont. We talked about how gold is still looking pretty good. Right here, Newmont is a big gold miner, and they're sitting right here at 118. Look, they're still rebounding at the moment. They went from, on March 20th, it was at 93, and now it's up to 118. Yeah, that's Newmont. Let's do another one. That's Newmont. Let me give you Freeport. McMoran, that's another big miner right there. And if you are into the metals, gold, silver, etc., and you're into mining, feel free to give me a shout out. And if you have a certain mining company you want me to look at, feel free to let me know. Feel free to ask, okay? Right now we're looking at Freeport McMoran. It was at 51. Look at this. It rebounded all the way up here to 68. Right now it's having a very small correction, but it's still looking pretty good at the moment. Yeah. And look at look at this RSI. It just completely climbed up. RSI right now is at 66. Yeah, that's Freeport McMoran. And if you want more information on this, just reach out. Here's another one I'll do. There's Hecla. Hecla's another miner, and right now Hecla's actually got a very different chart, but I just wanted to show you that one. And here's another one. Rio Tinto. Yeah, so Rio Tinto is another big miner. It jumped up. Look at that. It rebounded, and right now it went from 83 to 99. Yeah, so there we go. Looks like buyers are in trouble with low resistance from sellers. Yeah, it depends on which sector, which thing you're looking at. But yeah, also we talked about oil. Why don't we do this at the let's take a look here at Exxon, for example. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, here's Exxon, and again, wait, live. Here's the oil charts live. Let me refresh this just to be sure. Yeah, West Texas Intermediate right now is at 93.43. It's actually dropping at the moment, interestingly enough. And Brent crude, 95.89. It's also actually dropping at the moment. And okay, so having said that, if we look here at Exxon, it's no wonder that it's also dropping as well. Oil drops, so does the so does the price as well. Right now, it's correcting. It's market correcting. It's down to 148.17. This one, what was it on March 30th? It was at 172, and now it's dropped down to 148. Yeah, interestingly enough. Let's check out another one. Chevron. Let's do Chevron. Talking about oil. Here we go. Yeah, it's another one that's market correcting at this. March 30th, it was 213, and now it's at 186. So it corrected March 30th from 213 down to 186, 185. Let's see. UG Woke, what platform are you using? Oh, I'm looking at TradingView right now. Yeah, if you're looking right behind me, this is TradingView. Yeah. And let's go for another one. Let's look at Conoco Phillips right here. Rich Nation Trip, thanks for saying hi and welcome back. Enjoy the show. Let's see, we're going through a couple of tickers, going through some of the oil, going through some of the gold, going through some of the tech. If you have a you want me to look up, feel free to drop it, and or just hang out. That's fine. So ConocoPhillips, all of them are market correcting at the moment. Bang, because oil, as I just said, right now oil keeps dropping. $93.16 for West Texas, and Brent is at $95.64. And I'm curious why it's dropping. I wonder if oil is gonna bounce back up with all the instability going on. I'm curious about that. But yeah, right now it went from 135 down to 118. Yeah. BNB. All right. Let's see. BNB. Okay. BNB. That's another crypto thing. Yeah. Again, for example, do you have a publicly traded U.S. company, not necessarily a crypto? Okay. Let me know. Triple B. BNB. There we go. Yes, there we go. Oh yeah, I was gonna do this one anyway. Thanks, Rich Nature Trip. That's a good one. Yeah, Broadcom. I needed to do Broadcom because Broadcom is also rebounding. I don't know. It was yeah. It's okay, Triple B. Here we go. Broadcom, another rebound one right here. Bang. It went from March 30th at 294, and now it's at 379, and it's still rebounding. Again, that's Broadcom. Thanks, Rich Nature Trip, for Broadcom. And yeah, look at that rebound. And right now, here we go. Volume right now, as you can see, volume right now is at 6.85 million. Market cap is at 179 trillion. Look at this RSI. It went all the way from about 33 all the way up to 73. Yeah, thank you also. Oh, that's good. Rich Nature Trip, give me another one. Broadcom, Oracle, Microsoft, and we talked about Amazon already. We talked about Intel. We talked about Oracle, and also another one. We talked about the banking sector as well. So again, let's go here. We talked about Nebius. Let's talk about. We talked about the banking sector. We have to talk about JPMorgan then. Here we go. JPMorgan. Okay. Triple B, I'll hold on. Here we go. JPMorgan in the banking sector. We talked about that a little bit. Here, it went from 282 up to 312. Yeah, and it's still rebounding. Right now, JP Morgan's at 312, and it's still going up. Look at that. It went from 282 to 312. You see the MACD, and look at this RSI. It went, wow, it went, Jesus. It's sitting here at 67. It went all the way from 37 up to 67 on the RSI. And here we go. And volume-wise for JP Morgan, sitting at 3.42 million. Market cap is at 843 billion. And let's see. Okay, Rich Nature Trip, I got you right here. Bum, bum, bum. Pan, P-A-N-W. Oh yeah, Palo Alto. Good call, Rich Nature Trip. For those of you not familiar with Palo Alto, here we go. Engages in the provision of network security solutions to enterprises, service providers, and government entities. It operates through the following geographical segments: the U.S., Israel, and other countries. It was founded, California, Palo Alto. Interesting. So here we go. Closed the core deal and launched agentic endpoint security. Yeah, I'm just looking at the update. Okay, Palo Alto. Unless that's another. Which one? Triple B. Let me know. Okay, right here. Palo Alto is sitting here at 160 at the moment, and it actually was rebounding. It went from 150 to 163, and then now it's market correcting again. It's correcting a little bit right now. It's at 160, and yeah, look at this RSI. It doesn't know what to do. It's always going back and forth. Volume right now is at 1.96 million. Market cap is at 131 billion. And again, Rich Nature Trip, 160.92 at the moment. And if you're looking for a couple quick chart patterns, let me pull this one out for you. Here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder, head and shoulders. Bang! It drops down. That's what the head and shoulders does. And let me see if I can get you a couple more real quick. Dun, dun, dun. Right about. Oh yeah, here's another one. Here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder, and there it drops it down right there. And if you zoom out on this one, you can kind of see, here's the reverse. Here's the reverse head and shoulders. No, this is not a shampoo commercial, but that's just the name of it. Here's the reverse, and bang, it goes up. Again, if anyone's interested in learning about chart patterns, again, I can help you with that. Just let me know, but there's just couple there to get you curious about it if you want. Let's go right over here. Palo Alto. You look like you party. Don't be fooled by the glasses. These are not party glasses. These are just blue light blocking glasses. They help keep the eye strain down from all the blue light from the computers and stuff. But thank you for the sideways sense of humor. Richie. Rich Nature Trip, you're very welcome. Thanks for the questions. Let me know if you have other ones. All right, dun, dun, dun. And here we go. All right. Oh yeah, Triple B, I got you on this. Big Bear, this is actually a good one. Thanks for asking about this, Triple Bear. Here we go. Triple Bear engages in the data-driven decision dominance and advanced analytics that provide its customers with a competitive advantage in a world driven by data that is growing in terms of volume, variety, and velocity. The firm operationalizes AI and machine learning at scale through its end-to-end data analytics platform. It deploys, observes, etc. Okay, that's a little bit about Big Bear in case you didn't know. Many of you do. Not trying to bore you, just trying to help everybody, whether you're a beginner, whether you're intermediate, more advanced. And right now, Big Bear is sitting at 3.58. They've got a small rebound going on. And right here, RSI is at 47.7. They just actually rebounded from being oversold at 27. And yeah, there's that. So yeah, and if you want a couple chart patterns, Triple B, here's one for you. Again, here's your head, left shoulder, right shoulder, and that one, bang, goes. Here's another one right there. You can see how those chart patterns drop the chart down. And if you want more, again, Triple B, just reach out, send me a message, and we can talk more about what you're looking at. We can help you more with chart patterns as well. All right, very good. Another one I wanted to touch on here, since we're talking also a lot about tech today, is, for example, oh yeah, we have to talk about AMD. Done AMD on the tech side right here. Bum, bum, bum. Here we go. Yeah, AMD updated GAIA to build AI chatbots to convert them to cross-platform desktop apps with Python code. Yes, and again, you can always get a few little updates at the bottom right-hand corner of Trading View right there on the company. You can see that AMD is also having a great rebound at the moment, going from 196, bang, all the way up to 249. At the moment, it's having a slight correction, but it's really looking good at the moment. And also, you can see that in the RSI and the MACD. RSI sitting there at 71. Yeah, it went from 46 up to 71. Yeah. Thank you for helping me a lot when it comes to this. Hey, no problem, Triple B. Give me some, give me a like, give me a share, and send me a message if you want, and we're good to go. No worries. Thanks for helping. Thanks for helping the channel. And let's see. Feel free to ask other questions when you get them. Okay. There's AMD right now. Volume is at 8.29 million. Market cap is at 407 billion. And let me see if I can pull out a couple of these chart patterns. Actually, right here. And oh, here's another one that we should look at. MU, yeah, Micron. I forgot. I knew I was supposed to do this one too. Micron. It's another one. Here we go. Come right over here. Micron Technology, right here. Also, you can see it's on a bit of a rebound as well. It went from 320 up to 436. Yeah, and you can see the recent trade volume has been pretty high. RSI went from basically right here, 31 up to 60. Right now it's at 60. And then right here, volume-wise, 15.2 million, and market cap is at 493 billion right there. Yeah, Micron. Another one I should, we talked about the NV. Oh, here's another one I need to go through. LII. Linux International. Again, Linux International, this is rebounding, engages in the design, manufacture, and marketing of products for heating, ventilation, air conditioning, etc. I just want to touch on this very quickly because it's also jumping up. It went from 437 all the way up to 523. Look at the RSI on that right there. You got a new subscriber here. Hey, thank you. Thanks a lot, Triple B. And that's Linux International right there. Give me one more right here. We can talk about CARR. Carrier Global. Again, I just mentioned this one, Carrier Global, because if you're looking for ones that are not so publicized, this is a good one right here. There's one right there, Carrier Global, also right there. Now, just to summarize right here. Again, before we finish here, just to summarize here, again, final reminder, my assistant's contact details can be found at the bottom of your screen. Just reach out and enter today's code, APR14MID, and my assistant will then add you to our private internal group. And after the market closes today, I'll post a voice message in our private group sharing 3 key points that I don't discuss during the live stream, specifically regarding the truly significant signals emerging from today's bank earnings calls, as well as my complete analytical framework for determining the conditions under which Nvidia might break out of its current $165 to $195 trading range. So members will get access to that before anyone else. And if you haven't received today's Hormuz Strait blockade asset correlation scenarios and the Nvidia Blackwell versus Rubin production capacity comparison chart, feel free to reach out and ask for that. I hand drew the charts pre-market, and they outline the projected trading ranges for oil, gold, and U.S. equities across 4 distinct potential scenarios. And also turn on your notifications and hit that little bell. I'll be hosting additional pre-event live streams ahead of every major market catalyst this week and during these next few days. when the bank earnings reports are being released in rapid succession. And if you don't have the notifications, you don't know. So have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks everyone for joining and for the questions. Yes.